Hello, this is Pat Walker at Mission Winners. I'm making a video for everybody on the ETFs. Why do we scan the ETFs? It's really simple. Leading groups produce leading stocks, and leading stocks are in leading groups. It sounds like a really cute thought statement, but it's not. It's the idea that why don't we take the money that we have and use the time that we have wisely and say, I'm looking for where the money's going. And that's reflected just by glancing at the ETFs. BBH, biotechnology. Look, it's just falling. There's nothing to do with it. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Cloud computing. It's in a steady downtrend. You say, well, maybe this is the bottom. Why play the maybe game when we can buy strength? Leave it alone. Dow Jones Internet. Let me update this. It's falling, okay? There's nothing special with it. IBD 50, right here. It's falling. Leave it alone. I mean, look, it's below all the moving averages. Maybe it's going to turn, but why play the maybe game? And you'll see what. Gold miners, dropping like a rock. Leave it alone. Junior gold miners, dropping like a rock. Leave it alone. Gold, dropping. Leave it alone. I mean, the market rallied Friday, and look what this did. It's falling. Just leave it alone. It's that simple. Cybersecurity. It bounced, but look at the trend is down. I'll shrink this. The trend is down. Make it easy. This is a great strategy tactic I learned years ago, and I forget who talked about this. It may have been Bill O'Neill, but maybe it was Stan Weinstein. Said if you want to see the trend of the market, print out the chart, walk across the room, and look at it from 6 feet away. That's the trend. You can say, well, I can't print it out. Just look at it on your monitor and back up 6 feet. Look at it. It'll tell you. It's falling. Leave it alone. Biotechnology, falling. Leave it alone. Online retail, falling. Leave it alone. North American technology, falling. Leave it alone. Yeah, good day on Friday, but look at the trend. Maybe it's turning now, okay? Maybe this is going to be the bottom. But again, wait for confirmation. It makes it easier for us. Medicine, dropping. Leave it alone. Mid caps, just like MDY, falling, leave it alone. Home building, got to update that. Home building, falling, leave it alone. S&P 500 growth, IVW, maybe bottoming here a little bit. You might have a higher low, but it's been steadily falling, okay? So be careful with that. Small caps, falling, leave it alone. Airline stocks, falling. I mean, it's just falling. It's below all the moving averages. Leave it alone. Regional banking, basing, has been falling, basing. Maybe it'll find support, but maybe. Let it tell you what to do. Another biotechnology ETF, it's dropping, just leave it alone. Mid-cap, it's dropping, leave it alone. By the way, don't think that I'm just like, in this zone of everything's dropping. Just give it a minute and you'll see. Meta Universe, dropping, leave it alone. Oil services. Oh, now this one's demonstrated some power, hasn't it? Yeah, look at that. I just showed you about 15 to 20 ETFs and they're all dropping. You look at this and you go, oh, that's not so bad. There you go. And are we involved with oil services and energy? Yes, we are. There you go. Oil. Yeah, are we involved in energy and oil? Yes. Online retail. Are we involved? And we're involved with online retail? No. Infrastructure. No. Nothing. Dynamic software? Nothing. It's a downtrend. Look at this. It's just fallen. Just wait. The universe. Look, this is going up. Now, it dropped hard on Friday, but this has been rising. This one goes up when the market's dropping. Notice that? I'm not recommending buying it, nothing like that, but just pointing it out. QLD. Potential higher low here. This low is higher than this low. It's been steadily falling, but a potential higher low. Oh, okay, that's something to take into consideration. May be signaling a change in the broad market, which could be plus, and good volume on it. QQQ, same situation. Retail, maybe a higher low, but it's been steadily falling, okay? this, maybe a higher low, but it's steadily falling. Silver and gold. Nope. I think it's lost its luster. Sorry about that. Steel, dead. Maybe higher low. Semiconductors. Look at this. That actually hit new lows for the move on Friday. Steadily dropping. Be careful with that. Semiconductors steadily falling. Spiders. Now look at this. It's been steadily falling, but notice I showed you a bunch that the low on Friday was below the low or at near the low from last week. Showed you, or the first of the week. And this one has a higher low. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Close to the 200-day. How many ETFs did I show you that were way below the purple line? This one's close. Potential. I'm not saying it's going to, but potential higher low setup. This low is higher than this low, okay? And here we go here. Same with this. This low is higher than this low, right? This low is higher than this low. And volume came into it into the close. Okay, there we go. Maybe signaling a turn in broader market areas. Something we'll have to watch and see. Solar. See that? Compare and contrast. A higher low. This low is higher than this low. This is close right here. This low is lower than this low. What does that tell you? Definitely stay away from solar. Okay? Small caps. This low is lower than this low. Be careful with that. Uranium, higher low, but look at the trend down, okay? I mean, it's just, there's nothing great there, folks. Stay away from uranium. Oil, look at that, oil. Look at the trend here. All I've been saying is lower low, lower low, lower low. Look at this. You got a higher high. You have a higher low. How about that? Now, I'm not saying buy it, but it's been demonstrating consistent strength, which is why we own some oil stocks. There you go. Aerospace and defense, no thanks. There's nothing here good, folks. Let's just leave it alone. Home builders, nothing here. Leave it alone. Lower low. We're about done here, but it's important to go through these. Materials, higher low, that's potential, okay? That's a potential. Below the 200-day, I like the broader market look better, okay? Energy, oh gee whiz, look at this. Another energy ETF that hit highs for the move on Thursday. Yes, what are we involved with? Energy stocks. It's been telling us to be involved with this. Compare this right here, XLE, with the spiders. Duh, look at that. And now, I mean, it's fallen. It's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping. Energy, oh, it's been steadily going up. There you go. That's how we connect the dots at Mission Winners. This helps us. Financials just chopping around. Possible higher low, which would be nice. Okay? Potential. Industrials, lower low on Friday. Be careful with industrials. We're about done here. Technology, higher low. Higher low. Been steadily falling, but you got a higher low on a pickup in volume. See that? Technology. God, I wonder if there's any technology stocks that might be good. We'll have to think about that in a minute. Consumer staples is hanging in. Look at that. Compare and contrast this to almost all the others that I showed you, hanging in the 50. You can see what they own. By the way, think about this. Consumer staples. These are things the consumers have to have, okay? Have to own. Staples. And it's hanging in. More of a defensive play. Utilities, just bounce it around, okay? It's okay. We're not really involved with utilities. Consumer discretionary. You see this? This is dropping. This dropped again. Think about this. Discretionary. Things that the consumers don't have to buy right now. Staples. They got to buy bread and milk and deodorant and toothpaste. Discretionary. Things they don't have to buy. There you go. There's the difference. And it was dropping. Metals and mining, been really lagging. Potential double bottom. But man, that's off. There's nothing special there. Oil and gas. Oil and gas. Hanging in fine. What theme have I stated numerous times? Energy, which is why we've been and are involved with energy. Retail's nothing. Leave it alone. Software, near lows right here. It's just down, leave it alone. And the max list. Apple, look at what Apple did. It didn't hit a lower low. This low is higher than this low. It was demonstrating strength. So what were we doing when this started to lift? We were buying Apple. And again, I have to show this to you. Here's the spiders, a higher low. Here's QLD, a higher low. That's okay. Look at Apple, a strong higher low, right? There you go. Now watch this. This is where the power comes in. Higher low on Apple. Amazon, higher low, right? But note this, it didn't even take out the highs from the last several days. And it's way below the 200-day. Go back to Apple, above the 200-day. Amazon, below the 200-day. See the difference? Strength, more strength in Apple than Amazon. I'm not saying Amazon isn't going to go up, but so far, Apple's outperforming. Continuing, Baba's just dead. There's nothing here. Look at this. Look at these lows. I mean, look at that. This is bad. It's just down here. Maybe it's a double bottom, but it's below the falling 50-day and the falling 200-day. Be careful with that. BIDU, similar situation, low and choppy. Facebook, potential higher low, below the 200-day. Maybe, but it's more aggressive, okay? More aggressive. Here's Facebook. Here's Apple. The purple line is the 200-day. Apple. Amazon, below the 200-day. Baba, way below the 200-day. BIDU, way below the 200-day. Facebook, below the 200-day. You see the difference? The purple line is the 200-day. And this is an important lesson. This is what we teach all the time. Apple, above the purple line, the 200-day. More strength than Apple. Higher low here, yes, but a lot of overhead. Google, below the 200-day. The one plus is the 200-day is still rising, wedging up here a little bit, slight volume pickup. But please remember this. We are in earnings season. Google has earnings this week. Many of these do. Know that. Know those earnings dates, okay? Can't stress that enough. Demonstrating some strength, but earnings are coming. Goldman Sachs, higher low, but well below the 200-day. Be careful with it. MasterCard. This lifted and pushed through the 200-day on Friday. It has been lagging and it lifted. And here's why. They reported earnings. MasterCard. Remember this. MasterCard. What's MasterCard's sister? Visa. Ready? Here's MasterCard. I'll shrink this a bit. This is how we connect the dots in Mission Winners. Here's Visa. See that? Pushing through the 200-day. MasterCard. Pushing through the 200-day. There you go. Sister stocks. Ways to connect the dots. I'm not saying buy it, but it's just a methodology to systematize things, to be organized, to make better decisions. There you go. Continue onwards. Microsoft. Starting about, this was a great run for us, by the way. Right here, we bought this, and that was beautiful. And this is why we manage it, because from buying from here up to here is a very good gain, okay? Very good gain. And if you hadn't done anything, all of it was gone, just like that, and you would have had a really big loss down here. But we managed it, we're out, we're in good shape. Right now, it's bouncing off the 200-day potential. But I will say this, know the earnings dates on all of these stocks. That's your responsibility. I can't stress it enough. Never have an earnings surprise. Netflix, I mean, this is just dead. This was earnings. Look at that. That's awful. Leave it alone. There's nothing to do with it now. Leave it alone. Square, there's nothing to do with it. Leave it alone. NVDA had a decent day on Friday. It has a higher low. It's bouncing off the 200-day, okay? Not a real leadership position, just for what it's worth. Be careful with that. But I'm giving you a great lesson. This is for everybody. Do not ever look at the chart and just say because it's a red bar on heavy volume, it's a bad bar. I'd like you to look at this bar. It gapped down, it fell down, and closed at the highs of the day on a pickup in volume. They supported it. What's holding this back? Well, just a kind of a crummy market, folks. Be careful with that. Here's Tesla. Get this right. Tesla gapped down, fell down. This is the 200-day, by the way. It's been lagging, folks. Reversed. They had earnings. Okay, they had earnings. And by the way, it's good. You know, this is why you got to be careful, because you get caught on the wrong side of earnings, you can have yourself a pretty rough problem. You can be down 100, 150 points real quick. Okay? You can say, really? Yeah, the high on this bar is 987. The low on this bar is I'll call it 795. There you go. This is 110 points. You have to be careful with it. It's chopping around here, maybe going to bounce off the 200-day. That's an aggressive setup. That's a more aggressive setup. Just be aware of that, okay? And note this. The volume on that bar was heavy. Needs to lift through, take out these highs on really heavy volume, and a good market. Twitter, nothing. The tweets ain't helping, folks. There's nothing there. Just leave it alone. Visa, just like its sister stock, MasterCard, earnings lifting through the 200-day. That's the max list.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.